Yes, Matt, for most of what we've seen Rishi Sunak do since he became Prime Minister, it's all been domestic. Today, we got to see him as a world leader on an international stage. Very different from what we saw with the antagonism of Boris Johnson and Liz Truss. Of course, it's easy to do that when you're stumping up £500 million of taxpayers' cash. He's got to wait to see how that goes down with his backbenchers. For that money, they are going to want results. That's a fight for the future, though. For tonight, Rishi Sunak is heading back to London, quite pleased with himself. The beaming smiles were mirrored and mimicked. Even the suits were matching. 6 acrimonious years and 4 prime ministers after Brexit, Anglo-French relations haven't so much thawed as been given a kiss of life. It's been 5 years since French and UK leaders last had a summit like this. Today, Rishi Sunak and Emmanuel Macron marched through the Elysee Palace, walking in lockstep and preparing to sing from the same song sheet, resetting the relationship and making a major announcement to stop thousands of small boats arriving on British shores.
Emmanuel and I share the same belief. Criminal gangs should not get to decide who comes to our countries. And today we've taken our cooperation to an unprecedented level to tackle this shared challenge. We're announcing a new detention centre in northern France, a new command centre bringing our enforcement teams together in one place for the first time, and an extra 500 new officers patrolling French beaches.
The detention centre alone will cost £25 million over 3 years, but the total bill to UK taxpayers will be almost £500 million over that period. And this is why. There have been more than 5,000 attempts to cross the Channel this year already, almost double the number for the first 2 months of 2022. Earlier this week, the government introduced new legislation to remove anyone entering the country illegally within 28 days and block them from returning. The measures also include plans for new immigration detention centres, like at the RAF base in the constituency of Foreign Secretary James Cleverly, a plan he opposes. Mr Cleverly, how keen are you in a detention centre in your constituency? Stepping out of the shadows of their long recent history today and surrounded by smiles, what was achieved this afternoon has been chalked up as a win on both sides of the Channel. The undertone to this summit is that it's gone better than expected. The two leaders met for longer than planned. They met just one-on-one, no one else in the room. But for all the talk and demands in some quarters of deals to be done and details to be thrashed out, many in both of their camps are simply relieved that today's happened at all, that the reset in relations has begun. Just last summer, this was where Anglo-Franco relations sat.
President Macron, friend or foe?
The jury's out.
Today, all changed.
My wish, definitely, because it makes sense with our history, our geography, our DNA, I would say, is to have the best possible relation and the closest alliance. But it will depend on our commitment, our willingness, but I'm sure we will do it.
The warmest of words, still with the tightest of grips and the widest of smiles. Cooperation instead of confrontation.